Are you ready for the rapture? That question didn't feel urgent to David Miller. He lived a normal life in Columbus, Ohio. Good job. Weekend barbecues. Occasional church visits with his wife, Sarah. He believed in God, but faith was something he kept on the sidelines. Important, but not central. One evening, Sarah asked him directly, "If Jesus came back tonight, would you be ready?" David laughed softly. "Nobody knows when that's happening." She nodded. "Exactly." He didn't think much about it after that. Until the morning everything changed. His alarm went off. The house was quiet. Too quiet. "Sarah?" he called out. No answer. He walked into the kitchen. Her coffee mug sat on the counter. Her Bible was open on the table, a verse highlighted in yellow. 1 Corinthians 15 verse 52. "In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, the trumpet will sound, and the dead will be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed." David's chest tightened. His phone started buzzing. Dozens of notifications. Emergency alerts. News reports of mass disappearances. Drivers missing from highways. Pilots gone from cockpits. Children vanished from classrooms. His hands began to shake. He tried calling Sarah again. Straight to voicemail. Across the country chaos spread, but it wasn't chaos from destruction. It was chaos from absence. People gone without warning. David remembered sermons about the rapture. 1 Thessalonians 4 verses 16 to 17 describing believers being caught up to meet the Lord in the air. He used to treat it as symbolic. Or distant. Something future generations might see. Not him. He drove to their church. The parking lot was half full. Inside, some pews were empty. Their pastor was gone. But others remained. A young associate pastor stood at the front, visibly shaken, reading from Matthew 24 verse 44. "Therefore you also be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect." David sat in the back, replaying every time Sarah tried to talk about surrendering fully to Christ. Not just believing he existed, but trusting him personally. He believed in God. But had he truly placed his faith in Jesus as Savior and Lord? Ephesians 2 verses 8 to 9 says we are saved by grace through faith, not by works. David always assumed being decent, loving his family, and avoiding major mistakes was enough. Now he wasn't so sure. The rapture wasn't about religion on the surface. It wasn't about family tradition. It wasn't about claiming Christianity on a survey. It was about the heart. That night, the world looked different. News anchors struggled to explain what they could not understand. Governments promised answers. Experts debated theories. But inside David's empty house, the silence was louder than all of it. On the kitchen table, Sarah had left a note tucked inside her Bible. It simply said, "Be ready." Tears filled his eyes. For the first time, the question felt personal, not theoretical. Are you ready for the rapture? Ready didn't mean predicting dates. Jesus made it clear no one knows the day or hour. Ready meant living in genuine faith. Trusting Christ completely. Not postponing eternity for convenience. David knelt beside the kitchen table where his wife once prayed. Not out of panic, but out of realization. The rapture is not meant to scare people. It is meant to prepare them. Because when that moment comes, it happens in an instant. No warning text. No final reminder. Just taken. Or left. So the question remains, not just for David, but for anyone hearing this. Are you ready for the rapture?